Fat loss is gonna happen like this because we've bumped up your calories, you've been able to restore your energy, restore your sleep, restore your stress, you're firing on all cylinders, and then when we start to drop your calories, now the fat's gonna just melt off. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Melissa and this is Jessica, and today we are going to be talking about the best time to reverse diet. And if you don't know how to reverse diet, make sure you go check out our other video called Reverse Dieting Explained. Yes. But before we get into the video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the bell to receive notifications for every time we post a new video, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want the chance to win a $50 Amazon gift card every Monday. So if you don't know what reverse dieting is, like Melissa said, go check out our video, Reverse Dieting Explained. We need to think of reverse dieting as a way where we are slowly and strategically starting to increase calories over a period of time to get your body back up to maintenance level calories or even into a small caloric surplus, which means you're eating a few more calories than your body needs to maintain its current state. I feel like for the general population of women who are kind of in like the diet industry cycle, when they hear you have to reverse diet or this is a great time to reverse diet, and then they hear you say, so what you're gonna do is start to increase your calories so you're almost in a calorie surplus, they're like, oh, I don't need that. Like, I'm overweight, I need to drop my calories. Let's talk about, I guess, like why you need to reverse diet, like why you can't just always be on a diet, and then we'll talk about why like this time of year is the best time to reverse diet. When you diet, you are in a caloric deficit, which means that you're eating fewer calories than your body needs to maintain its current state. And that's a stressor on your body. Because of that adaptation of fewer calories, your body will eventually start to let go of body fat, right? You're gonna start to run out of body fat. But because our bodies are smart, very smart machines, they're always kind of trying to balance and even things out and fight to restore homeostasis or get back to that like set point. And so because of that, over time, being in a calorie deficit will start to downregulate things like your metabolism, your thyroid, your hormones. You start to have less energy, stress levels are higher, you might not be sleeping well. And so all of that like overall is a stress on your body. But the whole point is that we can't stay in a calorie deficit forever because your metabolism in your body will just keep adapting to lower and lower and lower level calories, and it won't burn as many calories throughout the day. So let's say, you know, to start, you're able to lose weight at like 1,500 calories a day, right? Because your body's still burning a higher level of calories. Because your body's such a smart machine, over time it's going to start to down-regulate its ability to burn that high level of calories, and it will meet you at that 1,500 calories, which means that you can be eating 1,500 calories and you're gonna plateau and you're not losing any more weight. And so in order to continue to lose weight, you have to drop your calories down to 1,400 and 1,300, and your body keeps like down regulating to meet you at that level of calories. Yeah, I think that like the reverse dieting is probably the biggest like missing piece for women who are struggling to lose weight, because like Jess just explained, like you're kind of starting at like a moderate to low amount of calories, like dieting, you're losing weight, and then all of a sudden you hit a plateau, right? Like I'm sure all of you can relate to this. And then you keep slashing calories. Now here you are like 30, 40 years later, you've been dieting like off and on for 30 years, and your calories are at maybe 1,000, 1,200, maybe lower, right? And you can't lose weight. So what do people, like, that's like the biggest question. When most people hit that plateau, what do they do? Well, I think that they usually think, okay, well, my metabolism's broken, like something's wrong with me, so I need to just drop calories or go work out more. I need to do more cardio. And so what happens is it's not sustainable. Yeah. You physically can't drop your calories much lower or you're starving. And then like, what are you gonna do? 3 cardio sessions a day? Like it's ridiculous. And so what happens is, as the dieter, you're like, well, there's something wrong with me. I'm the failure. I can't stick to this. I can't lose weight anymore. And so you just kind of give up. You go like overeat on a bunch of food, and then all of a sudden you're like, bam, okay, you know, I think it's ready for a diet again. And so you're constantly in this cycle of, I'm either on a super restrictive diet or I'm just eating whatever the hell I want, completely unstructured. and then going back to that restrictive diet.
And that's really the problem, is going to like super restrictive diets to completely unstructured. That is what's causing us to gain weight over time. And you know, we've explained like metabolic adaptation in a couple of other YouTube videos if you want more understanding of like why your body reacts that way and why it causes you to gain more weight over time. But for like all intensive purposes, if you want to achieve maximum fat loss results, your diet has to be periodized. And that means that you have to have certain phases throughout the year that you're spending in active fat loss. And then you have to have other periods of the year that you are reverse dieting to recover, bring your metabolism, your thyroid, your hormones, and just general bodily functions back up to like a normal set point, right? Like your body's constantly striving to achieve that type of balance. And so we need to help your body like achieve that balance. And we do that with our clients through reverse dieting. Because we need to spend periods reverse dieting, one of the best times of the year to do it is now.
I think like this time of year is kind of like for the majority of people, it's like the weather is like cooler and you're starting to get cozy and all the holidays are coming up and you're just like, it's like such yummy food that you typically don't eat outside of this time of year, right? And so what happens is, if you are not reverse dieting and you're still in that phase like I just talked about where you're torn between like I need to be restrictive but damn it I can't maintain this and then I just want to eat everything, what's going to happen is this is why you go into the holidays and then come January like you actually are like 10 pounds heavier because you are going through that restrictive diet to the unstructured overeating. And so what we do is we structure the diet cycle for the entire year to have our clients reverse diet through the holidays. That way you're actually getting a bump in calories. You have more calories to eat during the day, which means you have more flexibility, you can eat more of the yummy foods, and you're not going to gain weight because you're probably just going to actually maintain where you are. And that way, come January, February, fat loss is gonna happen like this because we've bumped up your calories, you've been able to restore your energy, restore your sleep, restore your stress. Like you're firing on all cylinders, and then when we start to drop your calories, now the fat's gonna just melt off.
Yeah, and so that's why it's almost the perfect time. Like it literally is the best time to start a reverse diet. Like Melissa said, you know, with our clients, we know that they are going into that more indulgent period. So we start like end of October, early November by slowly adding in more calories over time. That way their body gets used to it. What we don't want to do is like be on a 1,500 calorie diet and then be like, cool, like here's 2,500 calories, start eating it, right? Because with your metabolism being down regulated, your body's going to act like a sponge to soak up all of those calories that it was missing. It's going to want to store it as body fat. So that's why we need to make sure that when we reverse diet, it's something that's slow and steady and we're doing it over time. So if we start at the end of October, that gives about 4 weeks until like Thanksgiving, and then you can go into Thanksgiving not worry that you're gonna have that one piece of pumpkin pie and it's gonna put like 10 pounds on you. It's a lot less stressful and you're able to actually like be present and enjoy yourself throughout this period. And then exactly what you said, like we can roll into January, like still have a couple more weeks of, you know, being in a reverse diet in January, maybe even until February. And at that point, your body's gonna feel so good, like so restored. Everything's gonna be, like you said, firing on all cylinders. And then we hit that fat loss phase right before summer comes. That way you don't have to be dieting all through summer. It's one of the best times.
Yeah, it really is. And I think what scares people is to try to reverse diet on their own, because a lot of women, like you really don't know how to reverse diet. So if you're really confused, if you're like, I want to do this, but I don't know how, just comment below and we'll be in touch with you and we can help set up your calories to reverse diet for the season.
How do you end it? I think I just did. Oh, perfect. Cool. Cool, 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 cool.